Hello, everyone. Just raising my volume here. Super excited. This is awesome. One second. Hello, my love. Thank you guys for tuning in. Hi. Hello, lovely souls. Hi, Rod. Hi, May. Hi, James. Hello. There might be a little lag, guys. Hi, Wilman. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'm waiting to see if Diana's on yet. She's not. Oh, there she is. Okay, so I'm gonna welcome her in. Hi, Noemia, my love. Let's see. There you go. You should be seeing that soon, so you can join us. There you go, beautiful soul.
Hi there.
Hi, I love the hair. So beautiful.
I put on some lashes for everybody, so.
I love it. I love it. Oh my gosh. So Diana, I'm just gonna have you on hold there while I just welcome everyone in. So guys, everyone that's tuning in, thank you so much for being here. It's been a few months since I've had the Earth Angel Experience podcast, and as you guys know, we just moved into a new location. Hi, Marry Me. Let me just change my camera so you don't just see like a floating head. There we go. So everyone, again, I just wanted to welcome you to the Earth Angel Experience podcast. It's been a few months. It's been super busy here, but thank you for your patience. I know so many of you have wanted me to continue with the podcast, and here we are, episode 9 already. We have a lovely, lovely guest, Diana Moons Chen, the author of Channeling the Heart and the Art, which we'll definitely get into later. Diana, welcome.
Hi, everybody.
Hi. So Diana, I wanted just to start. Hi, Gladys. So I really wanted to start with how we met. And I just want to say like the story of how we met, because I just think there's so much synchronicities and just so many things that are parallel in just our development, our spiritual journey, our mentors. And so I think it's worthwhile to mention that. So guys, how I met Diana, I was actually doing a book signing. A lot of you were here, I believe. I see your names popping up. So we did a book signing here at Earth Angel Crystal, where I had Kay Reynolds that was joining us here for the first. She was the first book signing I had in the new location, and she was also working on a soul journey workshop. And I remember a few days prior, Diana contacting me over the phone and just asking questions about location and basic information about the workshop. And it was in that conversation, Diana, where I realized that you mentored and studied with Kay Reynolds.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, okay, hi, yes, welcome. Please join us for the book signing. And so Diana shows up to the book signing. She shows up for the first part. She's not here for the second part, which is for the Soul Journey workshop. But before she goes, we kind of reintroduce ourselves. And that's when she tells me that she's an author of this lovely book, which I bought. And it's amazing. Diana, I can't wait to get into this later with you. But then she says things like she channels for Michael. She says she's also studied with Stephen Herman. And of course, I've studied with Stephen Herman. So I just think this is just such a wonderful synchronicity. And Diana, thank you so much for being here. Do you have anything to say with that? Like how we met?
Well, so funny because, yeah, we connected so well. And I show everybody, look at this beautiful crystal I bought at Daisy's store. My guides were with me when, I went to Kay's book signing and looking at, beautiful stuff. And my guide said, you've got to get this because we're going to work with you with your clairvoyance. So yeah, so go to her store, you guys. Look at this is beautiful. It's a beautiful crystal, little crystal ball, but boy, is it powerful.
Very powerful. And clear quartz is an amplifier. So I don't know if you know that, but an amplifier, so that any of your intentions, or especially if you're trying to connect to the other side, it actually amplifies that spiritual, that clairvoyance, that energy, that clairsentience. So remember, back in the day, they had those big crystal balls, and they used to be a seer with the balls. That's where that comes from, that whole idea. But that's so great. I'm so happy you resonate with the crystal. Thank you.
Yeah, and something, Daisy, when I started to work on my ability to channel, I would meditate a lot. And I had a crystal ball. and I would get to the crystal ball. Darn if nothing would come up for me clairvoyant. But this sort of is reminiscent of that for me. So
You see how far we've come on our journeys. If we just meditate, if we practice, if we lean into that, so many wonderful things can happen. So thank you again. I'm so excited you're here, Diana. So I want to just let people know just a little bit about you. So you're the founder of the Open Heart School. So you've helped, assisted thousands or hundreds and many students on their channeling journey, on their spiritual journey. You're an author of Channeling the Heart and the Arts. You're a channel for higher dimensional beings. I know you channel for Michael. I'm sure we'll talk later on about other beings that you channel for. So I'm looking forward to that. And so Diana, before we jump into all the meat and the potatoes of everything, I really want to, if you can kind of guide us a little bit backwards into the baby Diana, how you began, how your household was. Was it spiritual in nature?
you know, here's the thing. I am one of the people that didn't have this spiritual thing. I did have it in my bedroom as a young girl, and I talked about it or not. They did not confirm it. They just, oh, that was just. And so I turned off my psychic ability, which I think happens when we're young. So in my 20s is when I started to get more interested in psychics. I got astrological readings, and I was a professional dancer. And what was I was trying to do was a triple threat in the bit. Okay, so actor. And so I was studying musical comedy classes, and one of my classmates said, "Come to the seance." And Daisy, I didn't know it. Oh, it's like, okay, let's see. And what it turned out was Clifford Bias,
Oh,
who
wow.
studied, he was like the granddaddy of a lot of New York medium. He was a physical medium. And for all of you, you may know this or not, but I'm just going to say it. A physical medium is someone who can bring physical manifestation into the circle of people, and that could be arts. That's objects that are dematerialized in one place and materialized right in the dance room. It could, his spirit guides through a circling, in the ceiling.
Wow.
Knock down vases of flowers. But honestly, I didn't know this was so special until later on. But anyway, so 2 years sitting with him, 2 years sitting every morning, really working on my psychic ability and with the crystal ball, and meditate. And meditation is so important, so important as a foundation, a spiritual foundation for whatever we want to do, whether it's channeling, evidential mediumship. So I'm in this group, and I hope some of your viewers can relate. I'm in this group, and a lot of my fellow people that were sitting around in the circle with Clifford, they were getting spiritual messages. They were giving me channels from their guides. I had no clue what was going on. And actually, during that time, I sleep sometimes. So I asked Clifford, I drink, I get enough sleep, I come in, and hey, I fall asleep. And he said, the spirits are just taking you to teach. So if some of you fall asleep sometimes, kind of groups, just know that can be what's going on.
It could be an integration, right? So they're trying to raise their energy. So a lot of the times it's about the energy development before we can even reach spirit or contact spirit, understand and sense spirit. Because a lot of clients tend to do that. They just fall asleep and then they'll wake up and they say, Daisy, I fell asleep. I don't know how that happened, but I felt like I was there, but I was asleep. So that's what's happening. It's like adjusting that energy. So that's what was happening to you.
Yep. And so Clifford had to leave because he had emphysema, so he had to move away from New York City because New York City's not, the air quality is not great. So then I started to study with one of the students, Alex Murray, and Alex passed, unfortunately. I wish I could give you guys, his info, but he passed. And I took a class with him, and in the class, I opened immediately. Now, I want to say something also to you viewers. You know, my classmates in that class know that I had spent 2 years every day working to connect with my ability to connect with spirit. I just knew that I came in, I opened up immediately, and I felt
Wow.
magic. You know, it was not. And so I want to tell everybody that it's a skill that you can learn. Your psychic ability, you can enhance them. They can be stronger, just like learning a language. Like, but you have to use. Yeah,
It's like a muscle. So how I like to
yeah,
describe it when you go to the gym. It's like, yeah, you want to work out and how I look at it is like spiritual working out. It's like you want to work out your stomach, you have to kind of also like run and do your cardio, right? So there's like prerequisites sort of. That's how I like to look at it. So for example, in order for me to get into my power to be a clearer channel, I need to meditate. I also have to do my daily work. There's a lot of practices that I do, like prayer, sitting in the silence, or sitting in the power. So, Diana, can you talk a little bit about what you do to get into your power in your practice as a channel?
yes. So, you know, when I first started is doing what I do now. Because honestly, everybody, I channel a lot throughout the day. So I'm with spirit. And for me, that's a beautiful thing to hang out with. Because if I'm free or whatever, and I feel much better. So how I prepare typically, hang out with Mike, and I'll ask him to clear my energy field. I'll set my intention and align energetically whoever I'm working with, and then I work. But if we take it away from what, what I do on my own, Jineng, and I use different kind of Qigong, but anyway, this is a more medicinal Qigong. And my energy gives my body really a meditation, you know, in and of it. And sometimes I'll do a meditation to open my sixth chakra. I'm very big during my energy field. At heart, energy work. Yeah.
Yes. And can you, before we get into the chakras, because I definitely, that's working with energy, that's definitely my forte. Can you just go back a little bit and, in your words, tell me what is a channel? If someone, those of us that are tuning in, that are new to, they believe they're on a spiritual journey, or they're spiritually awakening now, or they consider themselves psychics or mediums, or they're just not sure, familiar with the term of channel. Is channeling different than, let's say, someone who considers themselves a psychic, or is more, let's say, aware of what a psychic is or a medium is versus a channeler? Is it foundationally the same, or is it different? How would you describe being a channel?
Yeah, I love the question, Daisy. As an energy worker, it kind of goes with what I just said. We're sort of going the same on down the same lane here together. So with all three of those, psychic, medium, and channel, there's needs to be a foundation for all three, which is meditation, which is, I feel, as an energy worker, clearing your energy field. And I'll tell you why. A simple example. If I am kind of some gunk in my third, and I go to spirit, it's like trying to see them or hear them, like the sun, you know, trying to see the sun through clouds. And
Right.
it's easy. So when I do any of those three things, psychic, medium, channel, I clear my, and, and for channel, for years, I've been doing that with my guides. I've been receiving healings. I've been making my energy clear as I can. Now, why do I do that? As a channel, that word to me personally means that we open our energy field, expand energetic, connect to beings that are high in vibration, high level beings.
Yes.
And, and this is the lower altered states. You know, we have beta, alpha, theta, delta. Okay, if I were to put them into that kind of, um, that kind of sequence. So we're looking at and alpha and theta. Okay, before we fall asleep. So semi-conscious, expand our energy field, open ourselves to beings. Now, interact with us psychic ability. Do you have to have abilities open when you channel? No, but they will come through the most developed that you have at the time. Now I'm going to pause. Daisy, do you have anything about the channeling?
Yeah, I just wanted to ask a quick question. Are you hearing me choppy? Because I'm hearing you a little bit choppy. So other people, are you guys, can you leave in the comment if you're hearing everything okay? I just want to make sure that you guys are getting everything. I don't see any questions yet. So I think we're good. I just hear you a little choppy. So I just want to make sure everyone else is hearing you fine.
Okay.
Diana, if I ask you to repeat anything, it's only because it's maybe there's a lag on my end then. But yeah, so just going back a little bit, that's really interesting. So yeah, so I think a lot of the viewers here, so someone is saying losing her voice. Yeah, so just Diana on my end, choppy on Diana's side, but we can still understand what she's saying. Okay, okay guys, so if you need her to repeat anything or me to repeat anything, just feel free to leave a comment as well. Okay, thank you.
Do you think I should move maybe to get a better reception?
Do you want to try that? I don't want to like disrupt the flow of anything, but I don't want to lose you.
I think we're good. Kind of my intention right now, Daisy, is for you to add your knowledge to about channeling, and then I want to go on and talk about psychic and evidential mediumship. So let me just move. I don't know if people could hear me there. I hope I'm not too choppy. Okay, I'm going to just move.
Yeah.
And go to a different space.
Yeah.
Hope I'm not making any.
You know what's funny, Diane, is yesterday you kept talking about moving to a different space. Do you remember? Do you see how Spirit is so smart? They want you to energetically be where you wanted to be yesterday. Do you see that?
Yes. I bet you're right. Okay, everybody. Now, how is this?
I feel it's much clearer now. Like someone said, look, marry me, Juliet. It's clearer now.
Okay.
You see? This is Spirit, guys. So yesterday we were doing a demo with Diana, and Diana was like, I think I'm going to move. I think I'm going to move. And we're like, we love the space you're in. And look, she moved. So thank you, Spirit. So going back, Diana, so it's interesting because yes, channeling to me is when your energy field, you're raising your vibration. And so you're opening up this beautiful channel, or sometimes I like to describe it to my clients as a straw. It's almost as if I'm a straw. And so what I'm doing is I'm just this clear channel, this clear straw. And so divine guidance is coming in, and I imagine this as a beautiful rainbow field, a field of rainbows, a field of light. And I'm walking through this field of light, and then it's as if my crown chakra, my third eye, everything starts opening. And so all of my chakras begin to open, and I'm able to sense higher guidance coming in, and I'm feeling it in a clear, sentient way. But because I'm also very clairvoyant, for me, that comes in very strongly. The clairvoyance, I'm able to picture and visualize the rainbow. And so the clearing of my energy is through this rainbow field. So sometimes the rainbow field is literally a field filled with different rainbows, and I'm walking through each one. Or sometimes Spirit likes to just allow me to stand still and receive this like channel, this funnel of light that's on my crown chakra.
Yes.
So it's just a beautiful experience. And then with that, what I like to do is I call that healing energy. So I call that energy healing energy. And then I welcome the intelligent energy to come through. So the intelligent energy is the wisdom, the information that's coming through from guidance. So I'm receiving these two energy channels. And so when I'm working with the client, they're merging and blending with me. And that's how I'm able to channel. And that's how Michael comes through. A lot of the archangels like to come through. Archangel Shamuel, Archangel Uriel, Archangel Raphael. So that's how my experience is. So how do they come in for you when you're clearing out your energy field? How do you sense it? Do you sense it in color? Do you sense it in your chakras? What's happening to you?
So, this is something that I want to do for your viewers, is do a demonstration at the end of each channel and the step-by-step process of how I connect. So I hope you all can stay to the end to see that. But I also want to say, Daisy, I loved your description, and I see just how many clicks are in action and where you are connect to your guide. And everybody, I want to say that, so many times when I teach people channeling at the beginning, they want to get a name for their guide. But what's most important is sense their energy imprint.
That's right.
Yeah, right, Daisy? How their energy field impacts your energy field. Do you see? That's very important. And that's more important than getting a name. So at our school, which is our channeling school, Michael and my channeling school, we have out of your energy field so you can get a sense. And so their signal, how they impact you, oh, so, let's say as an example, oh, my guide comes in and I see a little purple on my mind screen, or I feel a little warmth in my chest. That should repeat every time you connect to your guide. And that's the idea.
Yes, that's so beautiful. So it's almost like they have a calling card. And so
Yeah.
that's how you're able to tell that's how you're able to tell what energy you're working with. So it's interesting because in my development, Diana, I started out in a household very, very spiritual. So very psychic. I'm fifth generation, so it stems from my mom's lineage. So it was almost as if my training was like I was thrown in, so to speak. I was just learning off of how everyone, all the women in my family were doing. They were just super open. They were like, oh, in Spanish, did you feel that? Did you see that? Or did you see that? So for me, it wasn't a scary thing. But when I decided to really, when I realized like, okay, this is really my path. This is where my soul needs to be. And I started on my, on the development. For me, I began studying mediumship. And I feel that mediumship, I love being a medium. I love all that. I just feel that when the difference between studying for mediumship and channeling to me was, it was like a gateway, like a flood of like an aha moment. When I went from studying mediumship to studying channeling, because in channeling, it's about the energy. It's not about the person. It's not about the name. It's not about the who. It's not about, it's great if you do sense that. It's great if spirit comes in that way. But what we really want to feel is that healing energy, is that intelligent energy. And so for me, channeling is just so special because to me, they can come in orbs or they can come in colors, right? The point is that it's healing. It's love. It's that blanket, that velvety feeling. So I just think it's so special. I think channeling definitely has a special place in my heart, and I'm sure in your heart too. So Diana, one of the
It
other does,
questions
because
I had I've been doing it since 1985, you guys.
oh
I've
my
been in the
gosh.
channeling, and
So you were like in this before this became what it is now, because back then it was still a little taboo. I feel like just a few people were out back then.
yeah, it was a strange time because it was a time when Shirley MacLaine came out on a limb, and it became popular. It became popular, and I had some people come to me, and they'd be trying to figure out if I was a fraud or not, if this was scam. It was just a crazy time, but people were trying to understand it more. But coming back to, so Daisy, sounds like you came from mediumship to channeling, and I kind of came the opposite direction from mediumship. But I want to say that, evidential mediumship, when we channel, we have to expand our energy field. But mediumship is at a lower frequency. And I had to find that out. A teacher, a mentor had to teach that to me because I'm so used to expanding and going in a very high vibration. On Daisy, you know what I mean. He's just vibration. But with mediumship, I had to ground I had to come down. And sometimes people, you have to find out what your energy is like and if you have to go up or down. And mental mediumship, come up to my sixth chakra, open my soul and my heart, and then connect to loved ones. And I will tell you, evidential medium is connecting to those who've passed. And both mediumship and channeling use our psychic ability. Okay, so we have to have those as an interface, a way to communicate with the spirit world. Okay, that's where the psychic comes in, mediumship and channeling. I'll talk about psychic readings separately in a minute. So,
Great.
yeah, so evidential mediumship. So we have beings that come, they talk about facts, they talk about life, and the person that's alive confirms it. And something, Daisy, it was so impactful for my because I realized how real, quote unquote, the stuff I was doing was, right? So I had,
Yes, because you were working from it from an energy standpoint and not having that like concrete evidence. And so it's interesting because for me, I was working with the evidence first and then expanding my energy even more to be able to be that right channel. So it's interesting, but it's beautiful all the same, right? Because it just developed our toolkit, so to speak.
and you know, you had an aha, you know, God, this is real. You know, this relative saying, yes, you know, I do a china set that had purple flowers on it, and the kid was going, yes, you know, it's like,
That's awesome. So how would you say, like, so going back to sensing energies and your channeling, going back to channeling, um when we're when you're channeling, what begins to happen? How do you begin your channeling process? Is it you go into meditation? I know that was probably something you did more earlier on in your spiritual development, and now it's a little bit easier for us to kind of just get into our power. But for those in the audience, I want us to if you can, Diana, just take them through someone who's interested in channeling or interested even in the development of opening up their intuition. What steps would you guide them towards, that you would say that it's something that would be important for them to develop or expand their energy field in that way to be able to connect to
yeah.
spirit?
So, you know, before I talked about clearing your energy field, very important, and it opens your psychic ability. You get more sensitive. Also, meditation, calming your mind, because spirit, they really have trouble getting through if our mind is active. Now, there's something also that I do with students at the beginning. They do what's called steps to channel. I teach them how to do that. And part of the steps to channel is clearing their energy field in a very particular way. So this is a way I'm going to teach all of you, okay, as sort of taking the channel and giving it to you today. So we consciously, intentionally, because intention directs energy, we ask that all beings that are energy leave. We like, because it's our energy field, it belongs to us, it's our birthright. Then we ask human beings that are trying to get our attention, right? Whatever's going on, any distracting energetic connections with people, ask that to be moved for energy. And then also Michael comes in, clears our energy field of anything we might have picked up from other people.
I
So
love that. And so what would you say, and I love that because that's exactly right. But for those who are afraid, there are some people that, due to their upbringing, religious backgrounds, or those people who are not sure if they should be tampering with the other side, what would you say to those people that maybe are a little bit fearful?
it's so funny. That was the next thing I was going to say. You're so spot on. Okay, so here's the second part of my spiel, everybody. So what you do is you have a focus, okay? Let's say you want to connect to, and you can actually say this to your spirit team. All of you have a team of guides. They're like cheer, you know, they some have been with you your whole life, some of them jump on for a temporary purpose. But what you do is in meditation, this is after you've said some prayers, you're open, you've calmed your mind, you know, you're no longer angry, or you know, you've gotten your kid off school or whatever your life is like in the moment. You calm yourself, you get centered, and then you say, with attention again, with your mind, in your mind's voice, you say, I want to contact the God closest to me right now that's helping me. And you hold that focus, because when you contact the world, it's like contact Grand Central, King's Crossing. I don't know where it's like, where there's a lot of public people walking around where you live. But the idea here is that you to one vibration and you hold that desire to. I always say channeling is a controlled letting go of control. All right?
Yes.
So, you know, we have to practice energy boundaries with the spirit world. Daisy, I feel like you want to add something. You want to add something?
Yes, it's interesting because I think a lot of people are just not sure when they're a lot of my clients, especially when they're the first time, they're so fearful. They come in and they're afraid and they're sweating and they're like, I don't know, and I think is this bad? And I just say, take a deep breath. Let's just clear out this energy, this way of thinking. It's really about calming the mind. So it's interesting because you said that how you how you describe it is focusing on that guide or that loved one that's closest to them. So if someone is, let's say, overthinking in their minds about, oh, is it my grandpa, or is that my dad, or is that my mom, how would they be able to connect with that energy? Can you explain to them what they should either feel, or is it clairvoyantly that's coming in? Is it a picture that they have to imagine? Is it a feeling that they should remember? Is it what thing needs to happen for them to like ease the nerves in terms of who they're connecting to? Does that make sense?
Now, okay, well, it's a little different for me in mediumship as it is for channeling. So with mediumship, it's if you want to connect to a loved one, it's being aware of your brain, relaxing it. And this is, again, part of the channel that we use. We take our thinking brain, left side of our brain, and we intentionally put it aside, because beings that contact you will use the more fluid imagination, creative part. So first off, you have to give credibility to what comes in through imagination. It's a flow, everybody. Okay, so your mind has to just relax, let go, and whoever's trying to come through the way they come through. Now, let me give you some examples. Some people get warmer, some people get cooler when they contact. Some people will see some kind of an image, smoke. Some people will have a knowing there's a spirit connected. Some people will hear their, if it's a loved one, mom or dad, saying something that they're used to from mom or dad. It comes through all kinds of different ways for our clairs. But the bottom line here is that you need to be relaxed and open. Yeah.
And thank you for that. And so now, if that is, because that's more mediumship, but now if someone wanted to do you recommend that someone starting on their spiritual journey, should they study mediumship first? Should they study channeling first? Now that you've had the experience of doing channeling and then mediumship, what would you say, or does it not matter? Because I feel that people have to start somewhere. And if you would describe what your opinion is on that, on their development, their spiritual development, on where to start, is it as simple as going into sitting in the silence? Is it as simple as meditating? Is it as simple as just setting an intention? How would someone who's just completely beginner really learn to get their energy to that place? Yeah, it takes time. Like you said, it took 2 years for you, right? In order for you to just activate fully. So can you speak a little bit about the time frame? Because I feel that us humans, everything is about the time frame and the limitations of, oh, but we're not doing this enough, or I could be better at this or that. So what do you have to say to those people who feel that it's a 1, 2, 3 development process when it comes to developing with our spirit guides?
Oh, everybody, it takes a while, and you have to have patience spirit, because it's, I'm sure from other people, it's not about the destination, it's about the journey. And so with each step of the way, you're learning slowly to let go and trust. And even for 37, 38 years I've been working with spirit, I am now learning more about trust than I ever have. To go into the not knowing, I don't need to know what's going to come through. I don't need to know what my guide's going to say to me. And trust the beings have more that knowledge than I do. But, going back, I think we can't really put a time factor on it. We're different. And, as you and I, Daisy, are talking, you came from mediumship and then channeling, and I came from channeling to mediumship. But what you need to do, I feel, is follow your longing. What are you drawn to? Go to a, bookstore, like, go to a crystal store, like, Daisy has. She has some books on the shelf. What are you drawn to naturally? And it's really trying to trust them. Trust your gut, your intuition. Trust what you're drawn to. What are you drawn to? internet, when you start looking at spiritual stuff, are you more gravitating toward, psychics? Are you gravitating towards more mediums or channels? So that would be my natural upwelling inside of you. What draws your eye? Where's
I just feel that most people are so in the ego, the thinking minds, that it's almost as if their intuition wants to lead them somewhere, but their mind will overthink. So they'll say, oh, but I don't know if that's psychic, or I don't know if I think that's spooky to speak to those on the other side, or I'm not perfect, or I'm not a good person, so people think that there's a sense of having to be perfect in order to do this work. What would you say about that? Those, for example, we're healers, we're energy healers, we channel higher dimensional beings. Are you perfect, Diana?
well, everybody, this is a slippery slope here. I call it, a spiritual mask. And I'll tell you what, yes, we want love and light, but do I bitch and moan? Do I yell at my husband? Do I get angry at people? Do I sometimes get pissed at drivers on the road? Yes, yes. That's us. That's being human on the planet. I don't do anything perfectly, and I hope that you give yourself a break here. If we try to put up a mask of everything's love and light all the time, that's really sainthood. As far as I'm not a saint, I grew up Catholic, so that's my reference. All right.
But it's interesting because I believe, Diana, I don't know what you believe, that we are spiritual beings living in this human experience. And so us being human means that we are too on a journey, that we are too learning. And there are times where we're going to have challenges, and there are times that we're going to fall, or there are times that we're not going to be at our best. But what I feel that in the development of my spirituality, the development of all the work that I'm doing, is that if you fall, you never fall as far as you did before this journey, right? It's about the learning, and it's about picking yourself up and knowing that you have your guides and helpers on the other side who are rooting for you, who are genuinely here to love you and support you, that don't judge you, that they're not angry or upset at you. I have clients that come in and they say things to me like, I think my angel is mad at me, or I think my guide is upset at me. And they say these things. And so what would you say to that? What would you speak to that when those people are feeling that there's a spirit that's angry at them or that they have to be perfect in order to develop themselves spiritually?
Well, I can relate to that thought. I have to tell you all, and what I've found over the years is that these higher beings, these, spirit guides, they are loving and kind and patient. And it's out of projection, myself included. We project on, oh, mommy's mad, didn't show up for the medical I was supposed to do, So we have to kind of watch that and learn, what you said, Daisy. Yeah, learning on our journey. And, journal has been such a friend for me. When I go through strong experiences, I'll write about it. I'll process my emotions. I'll look into it. And really, that gives me so much to learn what I need to learn at the time I'm going through hard.
Diana, we have so much in common. It's pretty freaky. Every time you say something, I'm like, oh my goodness, it's like looking at like my doppelganger. This is awesome. I love you. So, so yes, I journal all the time. Shining Light Discovery said Diana's the best. So it's one. This is awesome, Diana. So, so we spoke a lot about clearing our energy. We spoke a lot about the difference between mediumship and channeling. Can we talk a little bit about psychic development? Because that, to me, again, if I had to categorize how I would do it, is psychic is like a very lower energy field, it's more earthly, and then we have mediumship, and then we have channeling. So that's how I would describe that ascension process. How would you describe it?
Yes. I just got chills because Daisy is the next thing I wanted to bring us to is come psychics. Oh my God, you are so psychic. All right, so I hope you can hear me going on.
It's so choppy. It's a little choppy, I must admit, but I think it's better than before. Guys, let us know if you can still hear Diana, or if she has to, or do something else. She'll be in the roof. She'll be on the roof of her.
Okay, everybody. So psychic, I would agree with that assessment you just said energetically. So to me, psychic is not connecting to spirit guide, or, you know, if here's the thing, there's a channeled reading, there's an evidential mediumship reading, and then there's a psychic reading. I'm putting it in the zone of readings. So if someone's doing a psychic reading, what they typically do will connect to the vibrations of their client. They may connect universal energy field, okay, that we are all connected to, okay, and they are getting information, psychometry like that too. Or you're actually reading vibrations that are embedded in a physical object from someone's energy field, keys that they've held a lot. All right, things like photographs, reading energy field of the person. So really purely a psychic reading like that. When you go to connect guides or loved ones, a lot of psychics do. So they're branching into more mediumship channeling. But if we take pure look at psychic readings, reading the energy of someone, like when I do a psychic reading of someone, I'll start to reach out energetically to their, always with permission, everybody. You know, we never
Yeah.
need to people, and if I start doing that, shut it off. You know, I don't invade people's space. That's not a good thing to do. You know, their privacy. But if someone enlists me to do that, I will reach out my energy field, start to sense into the person's energy field, start to get information through my click, and I'll just start to talk, and there's a flow that happens, you see.
So when you're doing your psychic readings, are you expanding your energy as well, the same way you would channeling, or is it a different process?
It's a different, Daisy, you keep bringing us back to the basics. So love that. Thank you. So it's intention, direct energy. My intention is to move out a streaming of energy to the client, and then through that energy, let information come. It's not like you said before. Psychic is sort of in frequency, and
Right.
mental, you know, higher, and then the guides much higher.
Yes.
Depends on how expanded we have to go with our. Yeah.
And when did you realize? So going back to the baby Diana or your development, when was that aha moment for you that there was something more? Because you said that you didn't necessarily grow up in the household, but that it was something that you were really in tune to. By the way, you said you were a dancer. You know, I was a dancer too.
No.
So
What
I danced, yeah. So I was a salsa dancer. That's how I met my husband. Oh my gosh, I can't with you, Diana. But
dancer were you, Daisy?
salsa dancing.
I love it. That's great.
Yes. What kind of dancer were you?
Jazz dance.
Oh, I love that. Oh my gosh, this is amazing. Okay, sorry, we're like geeking out here, but so how would so going back to the psychic, at what point did you realize that you had the ability to either channel or be a medium or be a psychic? Like, at what point was that for you? And then what was it that led you to continue on? Was it just an inner feeling you had? Was it just like a guide came to you, felt a strong presence? And what clair do you think was developed first for you?
So here's the thing. When I took that first channeling class, my guide through very, very light vibration, and that was my. All right. I have to get some water. I have to go back to that same. You have trouble again, let me know.
Yeah, I'm having trouble hearing you now,
Okay.
more than before.
Okay, how is this?
It's getting better.
It's
hot. You're hot now. Hot. We're playing hot and cold.
Kelly,
Let's see.
Okay, how is it now, everybody? Is it all right?
Yes, I like it better.
Okay.
Guys, do you hear it? losing her. Okay. Let's see if this works. She just moved. Let's see if this works. But yeah, so Diana, so because I do feel that there's a big difference between psychic, mediumship, channeling, but essentially what I feel is that just as we stated earlier, that if you just follow your heart, you follow that inner guidance, you follow what feels right for you, and then you just work towards it, because remember, our spiritual journey is going to change. So how you start is not necessarily how you're going to remain. And so that goes with development of all the things you're doing. So for every book that you read, or every meditation that you do, or every course or class that you do, or mentorship that you do, you're going to be learning and shifting and evolving. And I guarantee you that if you did it long enough and you dedicated that long enough and you went back to, let's say, your notes or your journal from years ago, you're gonna be shocked at what you see, or you're then gonna see the development that you've had on your journey. So what I would like to say is to the audience that I don't want anyone to feel that this is above them or that we're above anybody, because we're not. What we're talking about here is really to get you guys to see that everyone and anyone can do it. Everyone, we're spiritual beings here on earth, living this human, beautiful existence on earth. And now it's like a lot of you are ready to tune into the higher frequency, the higher energy. So that's what we're here talking about. We're here to try to get you guys to understand that this isn't a magic trick. It's work. It's spiritual work, and that work involves development, and it's not about going to a place, but rather the journey within. And so Diana, how do you feel about how important it is to work on the inner child with spiritual development? Can you talk about that?
Yeah, very important, everybody, because, I talk about projection onto our sides. It comes from the wounding that we all have. We all have wounding. Trying to work with it, energy, mind, so there's not as many issues that you have that get in with spirit. Now, I'm Daisy. I wanted to do the demonstration.
Yes. I
What
was just gonna say, I would want to know whether or not you would want to take it from here. I didn't really ask yet. Before you do that, can we talk a little bit about Michael and who Michael is, and that way the audience can know
Yeah.
who you channel and what kind of energy that is for you?
Yes. Now, everybody, again, I've done this for 37 years. Okay. And you'll be this good if you do it for 37 years. And I agree with Daisy. Any of you can learn. It's a skill. It's just a skill. It's like, learning welding, learning how to operate a forklift, or I'm in construction. But anyway, you know what I mean? Like learning a skill, learning how to, throw a pot, do pot. So you learn, you get better at it. All right. Now, Michael. So what I've learned about Michael, I tried when I first learned, first met Michael, 1990. All right. And this field is so big, everybody. And I was developed that he would kind of just gently train, and I would just, I would like shaky, and because I was to that, I wasn't developed yet. But he worked with me over the in various ways, challenging me to surrender. There were 2 years when he worked with me. He would say words that made sense when we were teaching, and I had to let you know, said quid pro quo, and I was like, what? You know what he was saying to people, but he was challenging me to not be invested. Michael, one of the archangels, I understand me. God have a soul. They didn't invest the incarnational cycle that our souls have. And so he's a very high vibration. It's like really close to his job here on earth is to teach people, heal people. So he's very active. He does not belong to me. And some people feel, oh my God, they really don't, everybody. They are helpers, have to give over to them, that they, like Daisy and I, we both connect to Michael. I've met so many people that connect with Michael, And healer, he's very strong energy, help you. You can ask him to help you.
I have the goosebumps. I love it. So I love that, Diana. Thank you for clarifying. And so yes, I think we're ready for your meditation. So guys, please stay. Diana is going to bring us through a little journey here.
Okay,
Diana?
now this is so unprofessional. I'm used to Zoom, you guys, and not my phone, and the part of it. So do I stay here or go back to that space I was in?
Wherever you think you're not going to lose, because it's still choppy for on my end when you speak. So I don't know if there's another area.
Okay, so listen, I'm going to relocate. Okay, but I have to do it so that I don't hold the phone. When I was in the green space, I had to hold the phone. So I'm sorry again. See, Spirit gives this to me. I'm not perfect, everybody. Okay, so I am going to the space and I'm going to move all of my stuff so that I can just put up the phone and it just stays so you all can hear. All right. And
Yeah.
I hold the phone so you don't look up my nose. Okay, everybody, here we go. Here we go. We're getting there. Okay, I'm in the green space. All right, I'm going to close the window so it's nice and quiet. Okay, now what I want everybody to do is I want you all to take a slow, deep breath in. All right, now I'm going to be doing the work. Okay, you don't have to do work. So as I'm going to be doing the step by step. I'm going to talk about how I am connecting to Michael, step by step, what I'm feeling emotionally, what's happening energetically, what's going on mentally. All right. And I'm going to be very transparent with you. So you get the idea that this is not a perfect operation here. It may look on the outside very smooth. All right. But on the inside, I do have a facility connected to Michael because we've done it for so long. However, there are glitches. I'm scared. When I went.
And I'm gonna do it with you. So I'm already getting in my power. I'm feeling
Okay.
that.
Yeah. All right, everybody. So now, yeah. And you can, if you want, you can tune into Michael. All right. Now, I'm hoping everybody can hear me okay now because I'm back in that space where I think it really worked better. Okay, good. So I want you to really get a sense of this. So, okay, so I'm going to close my eyes. I take off my glasses. I wear glasses sometimes. So I take those off. So my top chakras have full range of spinning and doing whatever they need to do. My arms and legs are uncrossed. You might want to do that too. Now I'm going to I set up in advance. When I work with Michael, he's always present in all my sessions. So I've set up. Thanks for saying that, Mark. Yeah, that the sound is perfect. Good to know. I know spatially Michael is in me and above me. We set that up. So when I do a session, I can have a sense of that. All right. So I'm reaching out saying, Michael, with my mind's voice, Michael, come. And he knows, he knows I'm doing this. My guides know what I do. So, he's coming. And now I'm going to tell you what's happening. I'm excited. I can feel my energy feel vibrating more. Okay. And I'm a little bit short of breath because I'm nervous because I'm doing this for you all. Okay. And I'm those feelings going on, but I'm noticing Michael shoots a clairvoyant image that we agreed on. All right. That I know it's, and now I'm starting to feel more of his streamings of energy coming to me in the front. I'm starting to clairsentiently feel his wings on my back. That's part of our agreement on how I know it's him. Remember, we talked about energy imprint, not a name, but getting, kind of the sense of their energy. I feel my heart chakra bigger. I feel kind of an opening chest and expansion in my chest. It feels really good. I'm getting happy. All right. I feel happy. Now I'm feeling his energy feel blending with me. my decision how much I blend with Michael, but I contract. Over the years, I let him merge with me to a large degree. That's where I leave my body. We don't teach that kind of dance work in the open art school, but where there's a sense of connection, and I'm still, I can hear what's going on. So now he's coming towards me. There's going to be a point where I can't hear anybody, and he's going to start to talk. Okay, so I'm just going to let him sort of give more into me. And how I'm doing that is relaxing my energy, relaxing my brain. It's sort of like I make my brain flaccid, kind of a relaxed muscle. I let go. And I'm feeling the muscles of my body relax, which helps my energy field. Now I'm starting to approach the threshold where I get scared because he's come. I don't know what he's going to say to you all. I don't know what he's going to do. So I'm approaching that threshold. I'm a little nervous. I'm going to let go more. I'm feeling more joy in my heart. Here's the threshold. I'm present with you now, my archangel. Isn't it wonderful that we can describe the step-by-step process? Understand, everybody, that when you work with us, it is a great desire to help you. It is a desire to fulfill your longing and to be with spirit. So please give over any attitude, any feelings, any emotions. Something may go awry because we're present with you. Each one of you right now has a group of beings that are with you right now in this moment. You don't have you don't have they are that. But understand, in meditation, if you invite your spirit guide team to settle in a circle around you or to stand in front of you, they will comply. They will do what you ask them to do because their desire is to give to you. Now, I know on the earth, there's a lot of price tags attached to things, yes? You get something from someone and then you're expected to give. But in the spirit world, it is not like that, my friend. Do not hesitate to ask us, and do not to call on me. I am not the type of spirit say, no, you're inconsequential to me. That is so the opposite of why I'm here. I am here to assist you in any way I can to make your life fuller, more strong spiritually, and for you to grow and change and learn. That is what gives me the greatest pleasure and why I come to earth and why right now. Now, I want to honor each and every one of you before I go, because I don't want to overstay the time. But I want to tell you that you have decided, your soul has decided to be on the planet at this time for a very specific reason. As you see, there's negativity that's being brought up in people. And what to balance that? People need the negativity, of course. But for you as a spiritual being, you are here even and interested in what we are offering today. You've been drawn to this. You are here to balance that, to bring forward your light, your love, your compassion. And so any steps you can take towards developing that inside is beautiful. And understand you come at a time when we need healers such as yourself. And please don't deny that you're here because you are here right now. So my understand that you came on a mission as a mission to help heal the planet by bringing forward your heart, your soul, your beauty. Do you need to be perfect? Oh my goodness, no. I echo Daisy and Diana's lecture on. I don't expect you to be perfect by any means, but I do desire that you keep stepping forward, because that's the spiritual path. You keep unfolding yourself. You keep clearing blocks. You keep opening to spirit. You pray, you meditate. All beautiful for your soul. All beautiful for your soul. All right, my friends, I'm going to leave now. We're going to do the demonstration of how I leave and Diana returns. God bless you all. I am Michael the Archangel. Okay, everybody, I'm feeling kind of a pull on my energy. I'm feeling a pull on my energy field. Some of you probably are feeling the difference between me now. I'm feeling sad. Sad that Michael left, but I know I need to hold energy boundaries. Okay, and I'm feeling sort of dissipate the clairsentient feeling connection. I'm feeling still very expanded. My field is bigger than it usually is. 360 degrees around me, it's bigger. I'm starting to feel it come back more to normal size. I realize I wasn't breathing again. I need to breathe. And I'm feeling Michael's joy as he's left. He's very happy that he had a week or two in in our gathering. All right, now I'm going to open my eyes. Hi, everybody. Oh my God, look at that.
I was with Archangel Michael as well, my love. We were definitely there. So Diana, tell everyone, what do you feel? How are you feeling?
I'm feeling so happy. You know, it's a mood elevator for me, you all. You know, if I'm feeling itchy or bad, I go and I hang out with the spirit. I feel so much better. So I'm happy.
That's so great. And I just want to let everyone know my experience. So
Yes.
as soon as I got in my into my power, Archangel Michael arrived, and he clairvoyantly, I saw him as just a beautiful, ginormous being of white, pure light. It's almost as if you couldn't even look directly at him. That's how bright the light was. And he was standing at the threshold, and as Diana was speaking, it was as if, again, it's him. It's his voice that was coming through. So Diana, thank you for that. Thank you for that beautiful experience. And for you guys, if you felt anything, if you felt that energy shift, just let us know. I want to know what you thought about that. Did you feel it? Did you experience anything? It's okay if you didn't see anything. Just if you felt anything or just felt peaceful, just let us know. It's just beautiful. Wow, Diana, thank you for that. And so, Diana, I don't want you to go. But I do want just to talk just super quick on your book, Channeling the Heart and the Arts. Why is this a great book? I love it. It just talks about just getting into your power. It talks about the energy fields. It talks about the chakras. It talks about everything. And so, Diana, I'm just so grateful for you breaking down karmic lessons, your spirit guides, the development of being a child. This is an amazing, amazing book, amazing resources. So guys, I want to have this here at the shop. Also, Diana, can you let folks know where they can find you, your email address, your Instagram, or what's the best way they can connect with you?
It's my website. You know, there's a contact webpage on it. It's my website's dianaminchan.com. You know, it was on the flyer that you sent out.
Yes, yes. So can you say it so that way if people are writing down, so just your website, that's the best place to reach out to you. Otherwise, everyone, I'll have her information on my Instagram as well. And you should also follow her. So that way, if you have any questions specifically for Diana on channeling or the development or her school, the Open Heart School. Diana, where's the school? Can you let everyone know?
Well, you know, in New York and Toronto now, and then it changed to New York, and now since COVID, it's all on Zoom because I have international. So I just have kept everything on Zoom. So no matter where you're located, you can join classes. And Mike and I are going to be teaching a free channeling class so you can get sort of a taste of what it's like to be with us teaching it. It's Tuesday, September 19, 7 p.m. All right, for an hour and a half. Oh,
Oh, that's awesome. Oh, okay, so Agency Mark is with you. Okay,
right.
thank you. And Diana, I want to welcome you here to Earth Angel Crystal. So we have to have you here. So when you're ready, let's talk so we can bring you back here and do an in-person with everyone. It's much needed. So everyone, thank you so much for joining. Thank you for tuning in. You can reach me at daisy.earthangelcrystal. You can reach Diana, agency.mark. Just put it down. It's her name. This is her book. It's amazing. We love her. Diana, I love you. Thank you so much for sharing your time, for sharing Archangel Michael with us, and for sharing your love and light and inspiration to the world. It's much needed. So thank you so much for that.
Thank you, Daisy. You so much. We just really flowed with spirit today. And everybody, the book, we have actually 2 books out, and has, you just search for me.
Oh, that's so great. Yeah, so we need to get your books here at the shop.
I would love that.
Okay, awesome. Bye, guys. Bye, Diana.
Bye.
Touch base soon. Bye. Have a beautiful day. Thank you. So let's see.